All right, hello there. Welcome to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we are prepared. We are prepared for what's upon us in the NFL season, and I say let's have a little fun with it. Ahead of it, I'm recording this the 7th, which is the day before Thursday Night Football. When this video will come out, I don't know. Maybe after the 7th, probably. Sorry, probably after Thursday Night Football. So you guys will be riding high, wanting more. But as of recording, football hasn't started yet. Still got a day. So let's take time to look at this Reddit thread, which asked a very good question. This person asked a very good question. With 48 hours before the 2022-2023 NFL season kicks off, what is your hottest take you will die on a hill? You will die on a hill for about the upcoming year. So yeah, I think that's a pretty fun question, and we're just gonna see what people think. And without further ado, let's just dive right into it as soon as I zoom in. All right, now let's dive right into it. So I looked at the thread, I looked at the post a little bit beforehand, and I just got rid of the first 5 because I didn't find them funny. Maybe you might have, I don't know, but I wanted to have a genuine discussion. So yeah, first question. Outside of the first 5, of course. This isn't really much of a hot take, as it is throwing some cold water take. I think the Bills are definitely going to be good, but they're pretty much universally being penciled in as the best team in the league, and that almost actually never comes into fruition, which is very true. You know, for as long as let's actually open the third back. For as long as I've been watching the NFL, which is I believe since I was 11 years old when I became a diehard Cowboy fan. I'm 22, by the way. So for about half my life, literally, I've been watching the NFL, and yes, I agree with that. Best team in preseason, like I guess before the season starts, never actually is the best team. Now, could it come to fruition with the Bills? I don't think so that they'll be the best team, because again, it just never happens. Football is one of those sports that's so random, and like someone who you project to not do very well could do really solid. Like for example, the Eagles, the year they won the Super Bowl, nobody and their mom, other than an Eagles fan, and even a lot of them didn't believe that they would win a Super Bowl. Also, nobody and their mom, again, aside from maybe an Eagles fan, believed that they would make the playoffs last year. So that's the NFL for you. The follow-up comment, the reply to that was, I think people underestimate the challenge of playing a first place schedule and taking everyone's best shot. I bet it's hard getting up for every game when the other team circles it on the calendar back in July. I still think they'll easily win 10-11 games, but I would be surprised if they just roll through everything. I agree with that. I'm probably guessing they'll win around, I would say 10 to 12 games. These takes, though silly, will age better than anything the talking heads on the show, old guys who yell about sports, have to say. Don't even know what that show is. My Davis Mills becomes the next big superstar and leads the Texans to a Super Bowl win take will age tremendously. Just you watch. No. If it does, though, that's pretty legendary. I'll say that. We will win our division. You can down that hill you want. What's that division? Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Is that their division? Let's look it up. Texans division. Colts, Jaguars. What's the fourth? Titans. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Colts, Jaguars, Titans. They're not gonna beat any of those 3. Actually, I don't think the Texans are better than any of those 3. We'll see though. Maybe they will. It is a hot take. That's the point of this video. Just let's look at some hot takes. Just like every year, apart from playoffs, games are more fun to watch from home. For me, this isn't even a hot take. I'm a homebody. I love watching games at home. I don't want to go to the stadium. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to deal with any BS that could happen on the way getting there or leaving, or while being there and just something happen in general, because people can be mean, and that's underselling it pretty hard. Yeah, I'd much rather watch it from my TV. Tom Brady has a horrible season and regrets unretiring, even if this one bad season won't affect his overall legacy. It's a hot take, but no. It's the GOAT, man. No way. Moving on down. Terrell Owens will suit up for the playoffs. See, that's just a joke. That's not even a hot take. Dolphins win their division by 3+ games minimum, and Bills miss the playoffs entirely. Unrelated, but I ate a brownie half an hour ago. Very related. Bills ain't missing the playoffs. Juju Smith-Schuster gets more regular season yards than Tyreek Hill. Hot take. But Patrick Mahomes just today said, sorry to all the fantasy football managers, but we're spreading the ball this season to all our receivers. There's not going to be a guy. So that doesn't help help a whole lot for your hot take. Not looking good already, but you never know. I mean, Tyreek Hill could get hurt. So it's possible if he gets injured. But if they're both healthy, no. No way. Josh Allen will be appointed president of the world mid-season, solve all their problems, and then win the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think you guys can figure that one out for yourselves. Tua breaks out. Trevor Lawrence stays the same, and people will make excuses for him even though Urban's gone. Hot take. A lot of people don't even like Tua as it is. Broncos missed the playoffs. No way they missed the playoffs. I mean, if I'm being honest with you, they're such a wild card team. And the reason why I say that is because they've been so bad for so many years. And the biggest reason, obviously, is lack of quarterback play. They get the quarterback. And it's like, yes, typically a quarterback solves your problem like 90% of the time. But the way Russell Wilson has played the past 2 years, I'd say there's a small chance that it could go not the way they want it to. My guess, though, is they're going to be at least 10, 11 wins for sure. I would say at least 10 and 7. But I guess we'll see because they're in a tough division. The Bills will easily make the playoffs, only to be beaten by the Chiefs for a third time because people still have hope in their souls that hasn't been thoroughly crushed by the reality of how our world works and need a reminder that fairy tale endings are just that and do not happen to teams like Buffalo. Jeez, dude, talk about crushing someone's soul, man. My gosh. Julio has close to 1,000 yards in a bounce back campaign, and Seahawks win more games than people think. Well, how much is more games than people think? 5 games? 6 games? I only think they're going to win like 3. So yeah, I guess 4 games. Whoa, that's wild. I don't think winning 4 games is a hot take. I mean, unless you think it's going to be 5 or 6. I feel like 6 games is a definitive hot take. But 5 or less, I just don't think that's a hot take. So if you're saying they're going to win 6 or more games, I'm going to have to majorly disagree with you. And Julio having close to 1,000 yards, it's possible. I mean, it's Tom Brady we're talking about who's passing and slinging the ball. And it's Julio we're talking about who's still a player who was insanely elite. Moving forward, though. Gabe Davis season. I don't think that's a hot take. He's being drafted really high in fantasy football. Trevor Lawrence is not going to meaningfully improve this year, and the Jaguars will go into the next offseason still without a long-term solution at QB. Oof, this is a dark take. Honestly, I feel like even if he does play bad this year, you can't even look back at the pick and be mad because it was the obvious first pick, and anyone in the world would have taken that pick. So if he does pan out, obviously great. It's what you expect. If he doesn't, as much as it sucks, the Jaguars made the right pick no matter what. Raiders, that's his team. Swift will have the most receiving plus rushing yards out of all the running backs. I mean, yeah, it's a hot take, but it's a realistic take because he's someone who catches the ball a lot from the backfield and someone who's going to be running the lot this season and who has, well, he's a running back for a reason, right? So yes, it's a hot take, but he definitely has the talent. This take is only hot because it assumes he plays all 17 games. Yes, agreed. He definitely has the talent, and I don't think anyone can argue that. Justin Jefferson could possibly be the NFL's first ever 2,000-yard receiver. I mean, look, Justin Jefferson is my favorite football player in the world right now. Do I think he can reach 2,000 yards? I mean, I probably not, but I mean, I hope so. I hope you're right about this. I got a lot of bias towards this, man. I don't have him on my fantasy team, but shoot, I love Justin Jefferson, man. So I mean, yeah, let's get him some 2K yards. The Bears will not be the worst team in the league like everyone thinks. It's not a hot take though, because there's 31 other teams. Like, really? Like, that's a hot take? 31 other teams? To say some team is not going to get the first pick is not a hot take. Now, if you said they're not going to be a top 5 bottom team or top 10, maybe. But a number 1 worst team, it's not a hot take. If you said they were going to be the worst team, I feel like that's more of a hot take, because again, there's 32 NFL teams. So yeah, I don't even think that's a hot take at all. Josh Allen will have a better season than Josh Allen. Josh Allen for the Jaguars and Josh Allen from the Bills. He didn't specify which is which. It's an infinite loop of unknown. Basically, he's going to be right no matter what, because one Josh Allen will have another better season than another Josh Allen. It doesn't matter which one it has one, because one will have a better season than the other. This is Brady's final season, or his wife takes everything and we have another decade of him. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. It'd be crazy if Brady was playing at 55 though. The Bills defense is massively overrated and it leads to a lot of struggles throughout the season. They still win the East, but go one and done in the playoffs. The Bills one and done in the playoffs? That is a hot take. This is a good hot take, because even though it is not something I necessarily agree with, there are ways to justify it, right? Makes sense. Their elite safety duo is getting up there in age and may not continue to play at the same level this year. Trey White is missing time with injury and may need additional game play to return to his peak level. I know the Bills took some corners they like in the last draft, but cornerback is a very difficult position to transition from college to the pros. A lot may also hinge on Von Miller playing at a high level. A lot to consider, right? It's a hot take, definitely. Could it happen? Yes. I think anything can happen in the NFL, if I'm being honest with you. That's a good hot take. Lions won the Super Bowl. I'm not kidding this time. That is the hottest of takes I think I might have read. Considering Tom Brady playing until 55, that's definitely a hotter take, but that's up there. And the last one, because I don't know how long this video is. Falcons are not as nearly as bad as most say they will be. Again, how bad are you talking? Are you talking 0 wins? Are you talking 2 wins? Are you talking 4 wins? Unless you put some kind of scaling on it, then we don't know what you mean, because they could have 5 wins and you could say I was right about this. But 5 wins is bad. It's bad. Oh, they could have 2 wins. Oh, they didn't go 0-17. I was right about it. That's still bad. So what are you saying? Are you saying they're gonna have 8 wins, 7 wins? What are you saying? These kind of comments need to clarify that, because it's like there's a lot of gray area here, man. But anyway, hot take of the week, month. I don't know if I even am gonna do hot take videos aside from this. But regardless, I had fun doing it, and this is a community effort. So shout out to this Reddit post, and shout out to all the people that commented, even though I disagreed or agreed with your hot takes. You guys help make this community better by being involved. So anyway, this is Ollie Been Different on We've Been Different. Man, we out.